What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope Rob Ricks back again, this time with another Angel story. And also, I was sitting here and I came across a CD that I hadn't seen for a couple of years now. Actually, I thought I lost it. It's a really good CD. I think this came out in 2010, I want to say. 2010. It's Nine Inch Nails. Let's see. Is there... Oh, I'm sorry. 2007. Jeez, I am off. Not 2010. Anyway, this album right here, Year Zero, was a trip when it came out. It's a really, really good album. And while we're talking, I'm going to show you guys one of the cool things if you were unaware of it. So, here's the CD, right? And when you put it in a CD player and it's sitting there playing, let's go ahead and take this out. So you see here, it's this. I'll let it play for a little bit. Turn the volume down. Let it play. And at the end of everything, here, let's make sure it's playing. Yep. Okay. All right. So anyway, as promised, here's another Angel story. So I was in a relationship prior to this marriage where I was with a girl for 7 years, and this Angel story is kind of a harbinger of what I should have been paying attention the whole time that I was with her, because my brother said, dude, she's not the one, don't be with her. And I was like, fuck, what do you know, I'm in love, whatever. And that relationship thankfully ended, and we are both much happier because of it. So anyway, I was out with my brother, and this was a long time ago. My brother wanted to get an amp for his car, for some speakers to push them to make them have more bass to it. So we were downtown Market in San Francisco, and my brother was going into this Israeli, it wasn't a pawn shop, it was one of these gray item spots where either it's stolen, bootlegged, whatever. Anyway, it was in this one particular spot, and my brother was like, hey man, just hang here, I'm going to go in and I'll grab this amp and stuff. I was like, alright, whatever. Or he might have been taking it back because the amp blew or something. I can't remember now. It was a while ago. But in any event, I felt really uncomfortable just... excuse me. I felt really uncomfortable just sitting in the car. So I said, fuck this. I'm not going to sit in the fucking car. I'm going to stand outside the car and lean against it. So I got out. I was leaning against the car. And a tour bus showed up, and there's this real posh fucking hotel where we had parked. We had, parking in San Francisco is relatively difficult at that time. It might be a lot better now, but back then it fucking sucked. So anyway, we had parked, and we were just about, like a half a block away from this really, really nice hotel. And they had this black homeless dude out there asking people for some money, and he was like, come on man, I just need some money, please help me out, I just need some money. And they were just like this, just ignoring him, and some of them were speaking like German or whatever. And the doorman was about to get up in his ass, and I said, hey, get over here, man. The guy came over, whoa man, whoa, I got no problem with you. I said, I ain't got no problem with you either, come here. So I pulled out a $5 bill, gave him a $5 bill. And he was just, God bless you, you are a great man, woo, 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 and all this other shit. And I was like, man, it's fine. Look, you're hungry, go grab something to eat. And as I'm talking to him, this cat, he had a scar, went from here, went around the eye like this, came down, split his lip, came here, went down the chin, went down his neck, into the shirt, wherever else it went. And I was like, fuck, that's a fucked up fucking scar. Seriously, you don't get a scar like that from just somebody, hitting you or something. Somebody cut his ass from top down. And I was like, whoa, Because, at first, hey, man, come here. And he came over, and I couldn't really see or anything. And, because he came like this. And he go, oh, bless you, and I'm shaking his hand, and I'm just staring like, what the fuck happened to you, right? So, he's like, yeah, this is how a real person treats another person. You guys are just assholes. And I'm like, hey, man, you just need to calm down. You keep it up, they're going to call police on you, and you're going to go to jail. And he's like, okay. So I had time to spare. My brother wasn't there. He was still doing this stuff. I said, what's your name, man? He said, Sylvester. I said, that's an interesting name. And, I remember thinking Sylvester like the cat, So anyway, my brother comes. He's mad, whatever. So he has a new amp. We head out. He's like, what the fuck's up with that dude? I'm all, oh, nothing. That dude's cool. So Sylvester breaks out. He's gone. I get in the car with my brother. We go. Don't think nothing else of it. Well, shit, maybe 6-7 months later, we're down on, again, down by Market Street with my ex, my nieces, and we go into Taco Bell. So we order a bunch of food. I give the chick a $20 bill. She gives me change like I gave her 100. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I gave you 20, and she gives me some fucking attitude. Oh, I don't know how to count. And I said, no, you're right. You're right. You're right, my bad. So my meal was basically free, and I had, 80-something extra bucks, right? So we're sitting down, we're eating, and I see this dude slumped over on the table sleeping, and I could just barely see a scar. I said, that's the motherfucker. So Sylvester, he sits up, looks around. He's looking at me. I'm like, hey, man, how you been? He's all, oh, man, I'm all right. I'm good, man. I'm good. I said, you hungry? He said, man, I'm hungry. I said, man, come over here and eat. Because I had all this fucking food, right? So he comes and he sits, and like, my nieces, well, mostly just my ex, kind of scoots way away from the dude like he's infected with some kind of fucking plague. And I was a little bent about that. You know what I mean? And I said, here, man, shit, I got extra food. You want something else? So my ex just throws all her food over. Here you go. Here, just eat this. Just eat, go. Oh, my God. See the shit I got to deal with all fucking day long. That's why most of my videos are usually early in the morning or at nighttime, because motherfuckers just call me nonstop. I should put my phone on like, do not disturb, motherfuckers. Anyway, where the fuck was I? Oh, so my ex just takes all her fucking food, hands it over to the dude, and he's sitting there and he's trying to eat. And then fucking workers come up. Is he bothering you? I'm like, no, he's not bothering me. He's my friend. He's sitting there eating with us. Well, you can't eat in here. I'm like, why the fuck not? I pay for the fucking food. We're eating, And the whole time my ex is just giving me a fucking look. I'm like, shut the fuck up, And he goes, the guy walks away. So the homeless, Sylvester looks and says, he goes, is this your beautiful family? I said, no. This is, this is my nieces and this is my fiance, but, these aren't my kids or anything yet. He's all, yeah, family is important, very important. And, it's like, it's very important to have family. And he's like eating and stuff. And I'm like, eat, brother, eat, And the whole time just sitting there looking at my ex, she is just horrified. She just feels like this is the most disgusting thing on the planet. I mean, it's not like homeboy had shit on him or anything else. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was dirty. I mean, how anybody who's on the fucking street is gonna be dirty, But I'm sitting there looking there like, wow, I can't believe, So anyway, he's giving all this compliments to how pretty they are, and and how lucky I am, and this, that, and everything else. And I'm like, I appreciate it, And we get up and we bounce out, and I get him some more food so he could have some shit with him, Because fuck, I came up. I gave the fucking chick $20. She gave me change for 100. So I was like, fuck yeah, shit. Least I could do is get this motherfucker some more food, right? So I get some more food and we part ways and my ex is pissed, you know. That was disgusting. I'm like, holy shit, you know. And our relationship just continued to, you know, I took it, you know, and then we were supposed to get married and went to this church thing. And while we were there at the church, she tells me, you know what, I don't want to get married. And I'm like, what? And I wish I could say I was blindsided, but in retrospect, it was on the writing was on the walls, you know. So anyway, me and my ex break up, and I'm going through hell. I am going through complete hell. And I was working in downtown San Francisco, and I'm at a low point, and who do I see again? Sylvester. I'm like, what's up, dude? He's all, hey, what happened to the, no. He goes, what have you been up to? And so we start catching up, and he goes, where's your family at? You guys are not hanging out. I said, no. I said, they're still my nieces, but me and the you know, the fiance, we broke up. And you know, it was hard for me, and I was real sad. I was real bummed out. And he looked at me and he said, you know what? Life can be really hard. Life can be really messed up. But you always be thankful for what you got and don't sweat the little stuff. And I was like, don't sweat the little stuff. All right. You know, and he said, sometimes it's just not meant to be. And I was like, yeah. So he takes off, goes around the thing, and I'm just sitting there for about 5 minutes. And I'm thinking he's just taking a piss or something, because you know some of these buildings had like these little alleyways in them. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm fucking bummed out and everything else. I didn't even bother to ask homeboy if he was hungry. So I'm yelling down this fucking alleyway, Sylvester! Hey man, you hungry, Sylvester? So I go down this fucking alleyway. He ain't there. I'm like, what the fuck? Now, I'm not saying he sprouted fucking wings and he took off. Okay? But I was at a real low point, and just kind of seeing him and talking with him, and he gave me perspective, you know. Things could always be fucking worse, and don't sweat the little stuff, which is what this tattoo right here is. Nicade Malice, or Nicede Malice, depending on how you want to pronounce it, right? Don't give in to misfortune, you know. And that was something that, as I was sitting there figuring out tattoos, he popped in my mind as, you know, don't sweat the little stuff. And that's what I consider this, as don't sweat the little stuff. You know, granted, you know, when he walked off, I didn't keep eyes on him. He could have kept going straight and made a turn, went somewhere else. I assumed he went down that alleyway. Okay? You know, because I could have swore out the peripheral vision that's where he went. But I could be wrong. So is this an angel story? Maybe, maybe not. But you know what? I ran into that dude 3 different times. And, you know, the first time I did an act of kindness. The second time I also did an act of kindness. But while that act of kindness was going on, I saw my ex for her true colors. Right? As a person who really didn't care about other people. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but in that example right there, that could have been just something that was foreshadowed. Right? And then when I was really at my low point and I was doing real stupid shit. I was getting in fights, doing all kinds of just dumb shit. You never should do over a relationship. It's not worth it. Here I run into this dude again. And he gives me some advice, which obviously stuck with me. So I like to think Sylvester was an angel. And I looked for that dude after that. From time to time, I never saw him again. You know? And he was a real nice guy. And I felt really bad for him being on the street. And, you know, obviously with a scar that ran down, come down, cut through here, come down his neck. Homie had seen some hard times. So anyway, one thing I want to show you also, let's see if this thing did it. Remember, it was black. It still didn't go all the way. In the car deck, see if I can. You know what? Maybe I need to put some heat to it. This deck right here is not putting any heat to it. But in the car, when this CD is running in the car, there you go. It changes color. And I thought that was way fucking cool. I haven't seen another CD do this since then. But, you know, this was just... Oh, yeah, there it goes. It's working now. I can show you the whole CD here in a second. Look at that. Isn't that neat? So, yeah, this Nine Inch Nails albums was definitely a really cool thing. And I came out here to do this little Angel update, and I found this, and I was looking for this for a long time, and lo and behold, it popped up. So anyway, that's it for this episode. This is another just story one. I got some other videos in the works. They're just a lot of production. Takes a long time to do them, and sitting in front of a camera just talking shit and kind of reminiscing on some stories is a whole lot easier. Not a lot of editing, although this one I'm probably going to have to cut a bunch of pieces because I had to do this in 3 takes because my phone kept ringing and had to pick my daughter up from school and all this other stuff. So anyway, let's see, what else was I going to tell you? There was something else I was going to tell you. Oh, after this I have, one of the subscribers said, "Oh man, you're deep." I was like, "Oh dude, you know, this is the tip of the iceberg." And he was like, I said, "Come along on a journey. I got some shit for you." And he's like, "Dude, I'm down. Let's go." And I'm like, "All right, I got something for you. I got a special video I'm going to do right after this one." So I'm going to release this video. I'm going to release the next video, which is about what I think is God's grand design for everything, as well as explaining what is deja vu. Oh shit. Oh shit. So you're either going to hear this next theory and go, mind blown, or you're going to hear the next theory and say, "Oh, poppycock. Rubbish. Bullshit. Quantum physics? What does this fucking guy know about quantum physics?" Alright? Oh, helicopters. I think they're coming for my secrets. Alright guys, until next time, be good to each other. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell all your friends about it. Angry Jackalope.